Welcome to the Big Island, Gustav, you've arrived. All right, we're going to go down the line here, ladies and gentlemen. We will be opening up the floor in just a few moments' time, so have your questions ready. I'm going to start off with Sebastian Kienle. Sebastian, it's been a great ride, mate. I know that this year is the swan song for you on the Big Island, but it's not over. You've got next year to say goodbye and farewell to him, obviously. But what does this mean for you to be here right now? And also, ladies and gentlemen, Sebastian was the second person in body marking today overall. He was only beat out by one age grouper. Sebi, how does it feel today?
Still nervous in the race morning, opening up transition. It feels absolutely awesome because when I made the announcement that this is going to be my last race in Kona, I said I want to try to win another title, and during that during that time it seemed possible. You know, I thought, yeah, there's still, if everything goes right, there's still a chance. And the sport just developed so quick in the last 2.5 years, in these a little bit more than 1,000 days we have been here the last time, that, before the race, I would have never thought I have a chance to be on the real after race press conference. Now you made an extra chair, but but yeah, it just is very telling that this was my fastest time, and obviously we had some really fast conditions, but the race was more than 15 minutes ahead of me, and I like to see that, honestly. It's a good rate to retire. I don't need to come back here.
Although he loves it. Give him a big round of applause. I can see that Sebastian's very emotional at this point. I know what it means to you, mate. Having done the race 10 times myself, it's hard to say goodbye, so thank you very much. Not only for your service to this race, you're a very dear friend of mine. Thank you. In fifth place today hails from Norwich, England, from the UK. Had an incredible day. He swam 52.55. He rode a 4:11.11 and finished off with a 2:45.26 for a total time of 7 hours and 54 minutes. It wasn't so long ago that we were trying to fathom how somebody could actually go under 8 hours on the Big Island. Well, now it seems like it's the new normal, doesn't it? In fifth place, Joe Skipper. Joe, another incredible performance today, coming from behind off the bike, and the bike being one of your strengths, and running into the top 5 today was an incredible race. But with these young men here, what does it mean to you?
Yeah, it's good to obviously break into the top 5 for the first time. The other guys had a great race as well, like some really fast times. Personally, I would have liked to have got on the top 3, but 5th place is better than I've done before, so, I'll take that as a stepping stone. But yes, it was, I really found it hot out there. Like, I was done with Kona, to be honest, after 12 miles of that run. Like, I said to someone, I ain't coming back, but I got a second wind with about 5-6 miles to go, so that was... that was the highlight of the race for me. That
I had a headwind, you had a tailwind.
I said to your coach when I saw you at the aid station where we were pretty close, weren't we? I said to him, oh, this is going to come down to who wants it the most. And then when I passed you, he said, Sebi's coming back for you. But bloody hell, I didn't dare look over my shoulder. I knew you were going to be there somewhere.
Oh, I think it was twice as hot as the warmest day on record in the UK, right?
Yeah, we don't get weather like that in the UK, but these guys don't get weather like that in Norway, I don't think, as well, do you?
Yeah, we have pretty high temperature, but not the humidity in Bergen.
You didn't bark at me as well when you saw me. I thought that was going to be coming when I saw you. I thought, what's he going to do?
All right, thank you very much, Joe. It was incredible. All right, first of those, my compatriot from Australia, Max Neumann, relatively new to the World Championship, but not new to Ironman in Australia. He's been dominating for the last couple of years. But today, Max, your day was stellar. You mixed it up with the best in the world and just pulled up just a little bit short of the podium. He swam today a 48.25, he rode 4:11.30 and he ran 2:40. It was an astounding time. His overall time was 7:44.44. Can you give him a big round of applause? Max Neumann. Loving the moustache there, mate. Looking a little bit like Cam Smith with a half a mullet. So I absolutely love that. How was your day, buddy? I mean, you mixed it up with the world's best and you must be very proud of yourself.
Yeah. Of course, it was quick. I think Laidlow's and Gustav's are probably the best performances the sport's ever seen. I don't think it gets better than that, to be honest, and to do it on the World Championship stage is pretty impressive. So kudos to those two blokes and of course Kristian. But yeah, it was a good day. I sort of sat in on the bike there a bit. That was sort of the plan. I thought there'd be a way bigger group at the start, but no one really came through. So when I found they got 6 minutes coming into T2, I was like, that's crazy. And then the time checks and the run just were not coming back. I'm like, I don't think anyone would have tipped Laidlow to be in the top 10, no offence.
I was predicted 23rd on Thornton.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so when the times weren't coming back, I was like, he's on a ripper. I think it's performance of the day almost. But yeah, it was cool to race with these guys, and the sport's changing rapidly, and I'm proud to be part of it.
I'll translate for you. He was on a ripper. That means he was having a ute race, mate. No, look, I got one question for you, buddy. A fairly audacious move to overtake Kristian and Gustav at 1 mile into the run?
Yeah, my brother was showing me the splits, the only thing we said was don't start fast, and I just couldn't help myself. So, but yeah, there's no way I was running at 2:36. So, those boys are running like about 3:30 pace, so I sort of had to let them go. I held a bit there, but Gustav just flew on at the end there, didn't he?
Yeah, he really did. Okay, it sounds like you're a lot like the rest of the pros. You don't listen very well, but that's okay.
Oh, what was the question?
No, that was Sebi's line at the pre-press conference. No, it's okay. I was just having a joke. All right, thank you very much, Sam. It was awesome. Sorry, Max. Yes, Sam. He's not here. Sorry, Sam. Kristian, like we said, Olympic champion, gold medal. Over there at the Intermountain Healthcare Ironman World Championship presented by Utah Sports Commission in May. It was a great race for you. A little bit different though. No humidity in Utah, humidity here. At the second part of the run there today, my question to you is that did you run out of gas or was the pressure just too much?
I think it was more the pressure. Gustav was running quite fast from the beginning and maybe a few seconds too fast. So every time I he forced me to the front, and then I just had to go slow it down a little bit, and that's when we were running the same pace as Sam. And then every time he was in the front, we were catching on. So I thought, okay, my only chance here is to play my card really well, and it didn't work. But still happy to be on the podium.
Well, obviously you saw Kristian at the end. He's going to die trying, right? Because that's exactly how Kristian races. But he swam a 48.20 in the lead group, 4:11.16 on the bike, a 2:39.21 and a 7:43.23. Hard for me to see those numbers. Mark Allen and I, we were talking on our show with Dave Scott about somebody breaking the 2:45 and actually going 2:35. So today we saw that with Gustav Iden with the 2:36.15. We thought that was actually going to be you. Did you think you'd be able to run that type of speed?
So overall we were expecting close to 7:40 overall time, so I think we were all in the neighborhood of that. On the run I think we were on the pace to where we wanted to be. I was just feeling off a little bit the last 20k, but Gustav was able to accelerate there.
Well, it was amazing to watch you and your training partner doing what you were doing, and early in the day we were calling it another Iron War in 1989, where Mark Allen and Dave Scott ran shoulder to shoulder. They just shadowed each other for almost 8 hours. It was absolutely insane to watch. Today we had a repeat of that, and down the road we are in for some exciting races coming ahead. Thank you very much, Kristian. Well done, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, Sam, it's your turn now, buddy. What an incredible year you've had, and you've gone out there and given it everything, and like you said, you were ranked to come in 23rd by some ratings out there, but it didn't quite happen. You really believed in yourself, you backed yourself today, and it took the very best in the world to give it everything. You gave a great fight all the way there. Just falling apart a little bit on the run, lost your posture, biomechanics sort of got stuck into the ground there. What did you think about your race?
Yeah, it was a good day to have a good day, which is the opposite to the Collins Cup where it's bad to have a bad day. No, it all came together. I had my best ever bike, highest power I've ever put out, about 15 to 20 watts, and then fastest run by about 5 or 6 minutes. So it was just, I thought it was going to work out terribly when I did like 1k hard on the swim, and I couldn't feel any feet or anything touching me, so I was like, this is great, I'm already away. And then I felt somebody touch my feet. I did a bit of backstroke, and then I saw one like golden sleeve, and it was Kristian's. I was like, oh damn. And so when we came out of the water and we were all together, this couldn't be a worse situation for me normally. And it's my natural instinct to race aggressively, and I went off the front, and the whole way out I was like, this is a mistake. And when I got to Harvey, I felt like I still had a lot in me, and as I keep saying, it was just a very good day for me.
On the way back from Harvey, we normally talk about the men being separated from the boys. You actually kept a very good pace, but it looked like you accelerated towards Scenic Hill. Was that what you did?
My wattage was pretty similar. Although I think it's easier to push power with a tailwind, and we definitely had a tailwind. So I kept having to hold myself back. I was right. I felt really good, and I think even my equipment has been, and my position is a bit more dialed than it has been. I moved on to a frame which is finally my size about 3 days before the race. So it probably helped.
Well done on that. He looked very good on his bike today. Not only did he bike well, he took the record. Amazing. 4 hours and 4 minutes, taking 5 minutes off camera worst record. That's a big round of applause right there.
Actually, about that bike record, on the way in, I really needed a wee, and I kept telling myself, like, no, you can't stop pedaling and have a wee because Cam's going to beat your record. It's like, the conditions are too good, I don't want him to beat me. Like, there would be nothing worse than beating the record and then, like, 10 minutes later getting beaten again. So, I held it in and pushed on.
Well done. I still have one question for you. You were in a winning position for a long time today. There's 2 opportunities to see your competition coming the other way. Firstly, at the turnaround, I'll let you drive, and then down at the end of Energy Lab. When you saw the boys or your competition, firstly, what did you think? Did you look at their faces? Did you look at their pace? Did you do any calculations?
I looked at Gustav's nipples because he has amazing nipples. No, I don't try and think about that too much because for instance, I did this race with Joe in Ironman UK where, I don't know, I think I had about 8k to go and still had probably a 9-minute lead or so, and people were like, oh, you should leave this guy a chance and stuff, and I thought I had it in the bag, and next minute I'm rolling on the floor, like 7k to go, and I finished 10 minutes behind him, so I'm pretty good at braking after about 7 hours and 45 minutes of racing, but I think, 7:46 something, so if you go fast enough, then you can't blow up, can you?
Yeah, no. Look, Sam, you were amazing today, mate. You actually finished 2 minutes exactly behind in 7:42.24. All right, so Sam splits today, 48.16, 4:04.36 for the bike record, and a 2:44.40. Impressive, mate, for a total of 7:42.24. So well done. Today, he swam 48.23, 4:11.06 on the bike and a 2:36 record on the run for a 7:40.24. Give it up for him. Never in my lifetime, and I think, Mark, I'm thinking that I'm speaking on behalf of you, Mark, that we would see that, right? And it was an amazing performance. This is the hottest place on earth to race, the elements, the pressure. It was absolutely insane. They say that, these two guys are driven by data. They are scientifically formulated. Today they executed like you would not believe. They're showing us that anything in the human body is possible. Gustav, you're amazing. I just want to say congratulations from me on behalf of the Ironman group. How was your day, buddy? Take it away.
Yeah, I had a similar experience as Sam in the swim, but mine was opposite. So I saw the golden sleeves of Kristian. I was super happy because I knew I was in the front group and actually saw Sam out there as well. So yeah, I knew I set up myself for a perfect race when I went to the first group. So and the bike was a bit stressful at times. Magnus did a good job of stressing me out when he came past me. And he actually told us that they had a time penalty, which was good sportsmanship of him, because it affects the race if you have more information. So yeah, big shout out to Magnus and the run. And I heard we're losing so much time to Sam on the bike, and I didn't believe the board. It said 4 minutes, and I was 4 minutes behind, that's pretty good. And I was no, 4 minutes to Sam. And it's 5 minutes and 6 minutes. And I didn't stress actually because I thought Sam would blow up. A lot of people, I think. I thought the main conversation was, don't worry about Sam, he's gonna blow up anyway. And then we started running and we cost a lot of time in the start, but suddenly I was running the same pace and I tried to get Kristian to work in the front, and he ran quite a bit slower, and we actually ran slower than Sam for a bit there. And I was wondering,
Imagine that.
yeah, running slower than Sam. Damn. And I was thinking that Kristian was doing some kind of mind tricks on me, that the only time we were gaining is if that I'm in the front, and it was making me work the whole way through, and then he's gonna beat me the last 5 minutes. I was this is not good, and I realized we're actually fighting for second place here. And at the end of the energy lab, I decided, okay, now it's my time to go, and that was the plan the whole way. Top of energy lab, just tried to explode on my way back, and I was running 3:20 pace for quite some time. And luckily I caught Sam, but after that, my kind of the whole way back I was thinking, I gotta catch Sam, I gotta catch Sam. And then I finally did. I was so tired and I was just waiting for that finish line. But the run on Ali Drive, or the street above, that was so long. I didn't realize it was so long, and I was luckily motivated by some age groupers, and I came away with the win. And I really had to work for it, and I really had to make the race, so super proud of myself.
Gustav, swim 48.23, 4:11.06, and again 2:36.15 for a total time of 7:40.24. Gustav, on the way back, history doesn't lie, obviously, and you look at in between mile 80 and a mile 112. Over the last couple of decades, that's where a lot of time chunks have been taken out or won. Cameron Worth, Chris Lieto back in the 2000s, a lot of time is won and lost in that area. You did a lot of the pacemaking. Were you expecting more people to come through, like maybe Max or maybe Kristian or even Magnus? Because Magnus, to me, when I was watching it, looked like he was suffering with the heat.
Yeah, but Magnus had some super strong surges every now and then, and it surprised me a bit because normally he's one of the smartest racers out there. So I don't know what his reasoning was behind that, but it was a bit, surprising the way he rode. And obviously Max needs to play on his chances, and he's an extremely good runner. So understandably he wanted to wait for the run. So me and Kristian did the work there in the group, and yeah, we had a training day. But actually, in training day, Kristian is actually more at the front. I'm usually the sneaky guy in training, and seems like it worked out today.
Yes, we.